Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. I'm Vicky Cutie, and if you're watching this, that means you are also a cutie. And for today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I made this super cute and simple winged eyeshadow look. Now for this look, I did blue. I was feeling blue today, but you basically can use any color you want. Do purple, pink, maybe add some extra colors. It's pretty simple. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial. And once you finish the video, make sure to like and comment. Let me know what you guys think. And make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a video from me. Okay, so to get started on this look, I'm going to grab some of my concealer. I'm using Tower 28 in the, I think it's like neutral, I don't remember, neutral shade. And I'm going to put some of this onto my eyelids. So I got a little bit on my eyelids, and I'm just going to blend it out. And kind of also bring it down to my under eyes. Just making sure it's fully blended out. So we have a nice and nice little base going. Okay, so now I got the little like base down. So now I'm going to grab my setting powder and I'm going to put it on my eyes to set the concealer base. Okay, so I got the base all set. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this like brow gel and I'm going to uh, kind of brush my eyebrows. Okay, so we got our eyebrows tamed, and now we're gonna put the eyeshadow on, the fun part. So I'm gonna, let's see. So for this look, I'm just going to use this like kind of um, will it focus, this kind of like brush. This is the 14 from Sephora. Um, so we're gonna use this brush, and I'm going to go into the color that I want. So, woo! For today, I'm going to, what color do I want to use? So for today, you can use whatever color you want, but for this, for me today, I'm going to use like this blue, and I'm just going to grab that, get a good amount. I like dip it in like quite a bit, get a good amount on there, and just like do that a little bit to get like the access or the excess product on, because we don't want too much like falling onto our face. So now I'm just gonna put this all over my eyelids. You want to just like pat it on. Don't like do brushing, because we don't want to mess up the base. So I got a good base on my eyelids, so now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. And also, like, kind of like a little tip, you want to be really careful when you're going here because you don't want it to go like outside of this like little crevice or it'll like look weird. So just really focus on your actual eyelids. And then once you like have a good base on your actual eyelids, you do kind of want to bring it out a little bit um, to like your crease. So now that we have the kind of like base down, now we're gonna get some more of this blue. And what we're gonna do is create a kind of wing look. So what I like to do to like make the wing look is I just look straight, like look at yourself in the mirror, look straight, and just like go from, you want to go from the corner of your eye and go up and just make a little bit of a wing going up from the corner. So there's like the star, and then let me do this on the other eye. I always like to do both eyes at the same time so I know they end up symmetrical. Even though they really don't end up very symmetrical because my face isn't very symmetrical, but it's okay. So now that we kind of have this wing kind of going, we're also to like kind of thicken it, what I like to do is then go from the tip of the wing and bring it in like this. And then you'll want to kind of like close your eyes. I just do like this a little bit. Just blend it into the rest of your shadow. I need a little bit more product. So just going from the tip and bringing it back in. Okay, so now we have kind of the wing look down. So now I'm just going to kind of do like some more of the details. So what I want to do, and this is kind of optional, uh, if you don't want to do this part, you don't have to, but I love to add a little bit of eyeshadow below. So I'm gonna get a little bit on my brush and just bring it down a little bit. And I'll do the same on the other eye. Okay, so now what I like to do is in the like corner, this corner, I like to lighten it, so I'm actually going to go into a lighter blue. This blue right here, I'm going to go into the lighter blue and put it into the corner of my eye. Okay, so we've lightened it up a little bit, but I kind of want to go a little bit lighter, and I'm gonna go into a white and put it also in like the corners, and make sure if you're doing this to like blend it out into your lid as well. So I'll kind of blend more of that lighter blue out like this way. So I'm actually gonna wipe my brush so there's none of the blue gets into my white. Um, so then go into the white, put it in the corner. And just blend it out. And there we go. And now all we have to do is add some shimmer. So let's see. So I don't really have any blue shimmers. So I'm just going to use this shimmer that's kind of like in the same palette. That's, I would say it's kind of like white slash like pink. I don't know. This one. Let's use this one. Focus. Right here. And I'm just going to grab it with my finger. Get some on your finger. And put it on my lid. And I just kind of like to put shimmer mainly like on in the like middle. So like where your eye is, in the middle of your eye, and do like blend it out a little bit from the middle, but focus it on the middle. And here we go. And the same goes on the other lid. Now we have the eyeshadow all done, and now we're just gonna do the finishing touches. We'll do the mascara, so I'm gonna grab my eyelash curler. I also got this from Sephora, and I'm just gonna curl my lashes. Then for today, I'm gonna be using this um, for mascara. Let me get it to focus, maybe. I don't know. Um, but I will put all the products that I use in the description below. So, You really want to be careful doing the mascara because you don't want to get it on your eyelids and mess up the eyeshadow. Okay guys, so I finished putting on the mascara, and I actually, while I was putting on my mascara, I was like, damn, I kind of want to put some more of the shimmer on the corner of my eyelids. So I'm gonna get a small brush. Let's try and find one. So I'm gonna use this like really small brush and get some more of the shimmer and put it on the corner right here of my eyes. And like the best way I can describe this, I know it's like a little hard to see maybe if I get closer, but you just want to get like around this area, this kind of triangle, just putting on that triangle. There we go. I think that looks good. Guys, my eyes, do they look? I'm looking in the mirror and my eyes look like super red. They like, and I don't really know why. They are like also kind of feel watery. It might just be my allergies. Allergies have been so bad for me, bro. It's so annoying. But like, it's not like I smoked any at all today, so I don't know. They look a little red. But there we go. There's the eyeshadow all done. Now all we have to do is do foundation and finish off the base of my face, and then we're done. So for foundation, usually I do use my concealer as like my foundation, but I've recently tanned quite a bit, so it makes me look like too pale, honestly. So I have this foundation that I'm gonna use that works pretty well. So, okay, what? Bro, what? It's never done this before, guys. Okay, it usually is a pump. I tried taking off the top. Okay, please. Okay, there we go. We fixed it. Okay, I got a little bit of foundation on my legs, so let me clean this up. Okay, so now I'm just gonna um I like to just put a few pumps on my hand, back of my hand, put a few pumps on there, and I just grab my beauty blender, grab some, and start putting that shit on my face. And like you see, it's a pretty good match for me right now. But when I first got this foundation, I was like, oh yeah, I messed up, bro. This is like way too like orangey for me. But now that I've tanned, it honestly kind of works. Like it may be still a little too orangey for me, but when I add like concealer and stuff, it does help lighten it up to like match it better to me. And if you blend enough, really, like it's fine. You know, I have to move my bangs. Guys, I cut my bangs. What do you guys think of it? I think it's super cute. Um, I love having bangs. So now put some on my forehead. Still my hair getting in the way. And yeah. And then like when I'm doing this area, just be extra careful to not like get it on the eyeshadow. Get it on my nose, under my nose piercing. Okay, so here we go. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna add a little bit more onto my neck to blend it out better. And I'm gonna like put a little more under my eyes. But you want to avoid putting too much foundation and concealing stuff under your eyes because it's very thin skin, and if you put too much on, it will look really cakey. But honestly, sometimes I don't really care. I just want the color to look good. And oftentimes though, my makeup still ends up looking cakey, but I don't give a fuck. Okay, but there we go. We have the foundation um, put on. So now I'm gonna grab my setting powder again. Just grab a bunch, put it all over my face, set all that foundation. Okay, so now we got that all set. Let me put away my foundation. So now that is set, looking pretty good. And to finish it off, we're just gonna put on some blush and highlighter. So okay, so I just used this like brush for my blush, and we're using this palette again. I'm going to use this more like peachy kind of blush. So get in there, tap a little bit of it off, and just put it. So I honestly like love just doing my blush like basically in the middle like of my cheek, and I think it looks really cute. Um Better than like doing it like high on the cheekbone. Like I used to do that because everybody else does it like that, but I've been recently just doing it kind of like this area, like actually on my cheeks, and I love it so much. It looks so much cuter, fits me better. So now it's on our cheeks, and but I'm gonna add a little bit onto my nose because I love putting some on my nose. It doesn't feel complete without some on my nose. So I've put a little on like the bridge of my nose. Um, when it's like cold out, I'll mainly focus it on the tip of my nose because it makes you look like you're cold. Um, but since it's like summer, I like to put it on the bridge of my nose. Gives you like kind of sunburnt look, you know. And I also do kind of like to blend it from my nose into my cheeks. And there's the blush all done. Now, to finish it off, we are going to add highlighter. And again, I'm using this palette, and I'm just going to use the highlighter that is like right next to the blush we use, and get a good amount. Just put this highlighter on my cheekbones, like the top of my cheekbones. And as well as on my nose. And now I'm just going to add a little of this like lip tint, um, Hello Kitty PH. And here is the final look. What do you guys think? Um, Pretty simple but easy. Really easy. I love this kind of wing look. I love, like, I would say this is probably kind of like my signature kind of eye look. Like, I love adding a little wing kind of to my eyeshadow. Like, it's so cutesy. I feel like it fits my face really well. But yeah, that's the look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed, comment, let me know what kind of look you guys want to see next. I have quite a few looks that I do want to do. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and make sure also to subscribe so you see more of my videos. Yeah, and bye, guys. Stay cute.